Hello everybody and welcome back to Granite Shores and City Skylines, where today we are actually going to start trying to plan out some city being in here. Now, one thing I do have to pay attention to up here every now and then though is the mass transit. It looks like it's not doing anything, so that's just money that's bleeding away. So, you gotta keep an eye on that just to ensure that it's doing something. Pretty much, that's pretty much the point of it. Alright, so, first things first, I do want it even with this, just because it'll give us good, kind of good orchestration, I guess. Like, we'll have something, we'll have a direction which it goes by, and not just one that's arbitrary, and that we could actually expand that to other districts. So, is angle off? No. Okay. Did not seem to be snapping to the 90 very well. Okay, or it just kind of like a lever. If a lever's too long, the force at one end is so powerful that it's very hard to fine-tune. So that's probably what was happening there. So, we have this big ol' length. Now, where do I want the monorail system and whatnot to go? How wide is this, real quick? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If there is 4 on each side, one or two for commercial on either side, with 3 or with 6 for residential on either side. But I don't think this is going to hold it. I don't think that width is actually going to be able to hold all that. So maybe start from one end. Yeah, maybe somewhere, where would that be? Right here? That goes a little too far over. So from right here, maybe? So the monorail would go up along there, maybe? I think this is an effective idea. That's really long, though. We're going to have several sections to the city with it doing like that. Now, the biggest problem is that it runs straight through where we would have our on-ramps, off-ramps. So, not too excited about that, to tell the truth. So, let's back this off. It's a nice idea, but I don't like it too much. And I do want the residential back here as far away from the industrial as possible. Speak of which, I really, really want to ensure that the industrial is flowing that way and not into the city down below, which it will be right here a little bit, and only because we're going to have stuff, probably only a few items, but probably some that border the road, and then the water will spill over. Same up here, definitely up here. So we will need some sort of wall to kind of guide all the water. Maybe across here, and we'll have like a little basin down there. Maybe put a hydroelectric, of which will then dump out into a little pool that gets sucked up and spat out into the water through a filter. That could be a thing. Well, no, because then the hydroelectric doesn't make energy all the time, so would not work quite so well. Or what we could do is we could have the angle of the highway. We can leave this in for future reference, maybe for down here. But really the angle of the highway might be the best thing at the moment. So, can we go underground, please? Oh, not with this road. Okay, let me find my fingers again. Down page. Is that 9? No, that's 8. 9. Okay, so let's connect to you. And we'll bring you up to the surface. And then you just go straight across, essentially. So the idea is that... Then we'll get rid of you, because we don't actually need you. Is that... That's kind of our starting point. I'm thinking maybe the monorail more along that, but... No, the monorail will have to be out here or back here somewhere, because... Remember, we don't want it too close to our actual area, and we do need an on-off area. So... Or maybe it just like jumps through. The idea being that this will be a main road, probably. Yes, in fact, I do like that idea. Let's... Oh, we do have one-ways that are smaller. Oh, I love it. Well, let's use them. Just the same, though. They do not... Wait, supports medium traffic without parking spaces. But they're the same size. They're the size of a small road. What about you? Okay, this is what I don't get. Why would this one not have parking spaces? When this one is legitimately bigger, but has parking spaces. Like, why not just make them the same size and give this one parking spaces? Little confused about that, but... The idea is, though, is that these are roads. This is 4 lanes. This can hold an entire highway's worth of people and then some. But anyways, enough of my fascination with this concept. Let's draw these out. Very close to the other road, because the other road's kind of a guide road. And all the way down. And we'll kind of use this kind of like a highway, I think. Gotta be very careful because I can delete the side ones. And I'm thinking we can level these out a bit too, to make the street really nice and almost professional-esque. So let's start down on this side. Roads are actually quite a difference in height. So we'll lift this one up. You know what? I'll do that in my spare time. Because that's not going to be interesting. We did that with all the mass transit up there, and it just, yeah, not the most exciting. So, how are we going to do this? We need an off-ramp. We can have one coming into the city, just like that. That would be really easy. And then one leaving the city that goes up and over. So, okay. I like that idea. We'll do that. And then you... Can you go up prior to? Yes, you can. To there. And to there. Ooh. Well. You should have told me that you were going to kind of do one of those. We can pull one of those. There we go. And actually, now that that's about in the spot it would need to be, let's see if we can't kind of curve it. Oh no, that's right. It would have to be a greater angle. So let's pull this back over this way a little. Hopefully not too far. Turn off the Move It mod. There and down. So that looks a little bit nicer. That it flows up into it a little bit better. We'll actually delete that because that does actually curve a little bit, and I would like it to go into it more a little. I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. But there's some... One could say that that is a main way in. And in fact, I really like the idea that this is kind of a sub-highway. Which means that I want another kind of one of these, but on this side. That if you're going towards the rest of the city, you're going to get off and go onto this one. If you're coming from the city, you're going to get off of this one. Which I know off-ramps before on-ramps, but this one's a little complicated. Oop, nope. I want it to latch to there. It can be straight. Ooh. That is some angle, though. There's one that allowed it real quick. And click. And we can get everything behind that removed. We'll just say that that's where the city ends. With that on-ramp. Or off-ramp. We'll cut it right there. So we can delete that. That actually is something you learn in civil engineering, is to use lines to measure out where you cut other lines off. So that's where I learned that, if anybody was really wondering about that. And let's have it as normal road first so that we can actually measure this. But yeah, I took a couple civil engineering classes because I was thinking, oh, I want to build stuff when I grow up. And found out that I enjoyed working on the computer a little bit more. I still design stuff. I have a design for a house that is actually elevated because, well, it's cool and unique. So, did this actually have to be elevated? Probably. That tunnel right there would have been a little less than cordial. Okay, let's go underground, though. And then highway from here. Oh, really? Come on. Actually, right there probably would be the best spot to connect. And it's almost straight on. So, yes, I approve. Okay, let's now upgrade these so that they work. So the idea is you want to enter the city. Well, it's going to depend on which direction you come from. And so, from that, we need some ways off of this. But this is a lot more accessible. So, and you know what? This hill and such over here is actually really, really bad. So we're going to actually move these real quick to be a little more in line with each other. Because the back wall can be a little bit bigger, but it has to be somewhat even. Okay, so let's take a look at lengths. So how long is this in total? 1, 2, 3. Actually, you know what? We can get a count. It is... Wait, where's my count? There it is. 158. So obviously we don't want that 8. So we're going to back it off a bit and say it's 150. That means there are 15 of those little tabs. If each city section is 3 wide, that's going to actually work out perfectly at 5 city sections. And we can... Well, actually, these are going to be a little deep, so maybe 7 per city section. And we'll have 2 city sections. Because what I'm thinking is a monorail down the middle of both of the city sections. And that's going to require them to have 2 more. No, wait, that would be... No, each city section is 3 wide. If we add 2 more... No, we'd have to add 4 more. Because the things are noisy. So we would actually have the residential in a different direction than what I thought we would. But if we did that, then we could get monorails going down the middle and 1 byline and then 1 transfer station out here. I'm kind of liking that. But it would be 7 wide because you would need... No, because I need 3 for resident... Okay, so I have 3 wides for residential. Let's kind of draw this out to give you guys a visual. So... how I usually do residential, let's actually grab something that'll give zoning, is, or these residential blocks, is like this. And then right here is commercial, right? And then 3 residentials. People who watch the channel know that this is how I do things. Now, what is needed, though, is that to separate. But the idea is what if we just shift these this direction and have the residential right here? So similar to the other city where we had this gap right here where commercial was right there. But as you can see, that takes up almost the entire section. So we're not going to have 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's right. If we add the 4, it adds it to there. But if we shift things over far enough, then that's going to start jumping up onto the hill. But we could get it out over here quite a bit more. Maybe we could have 2 of these. But then again, it doesn't really need to go that deep because it's not going to be able to be that deep. Because this is going to have to be, first of all, bumped out probably another 8 units. So this would start going up into the hill. So basically, it's going to be up about right there where that road's going to be. So that's a bit extreme. So... the idea being, actually, let's get an idea of where we want this front road to be. I think right there. That was 10 units, right? Yep. Okay. Actually, 2, 3, 4. How far does that... That goes up the hill at some point, so don't really want that. This gets pretty steep, but it doesn't completely. If we do it like this, it's 8 per, so at 80, that's where the second row would end. That'd make this side look pretty interesting too. So, and this might be permanent right here. I'm not sure yet. So we'd have a residential right here, right? Unless we make it all residential down this way. Again, trying to do this design. If that's the case, then have this here. Let's actually delete this template. Because this was, or this model, actually. It was a visual demonstration, and that is what a model is. Okay. Let's then just go ahead and make them 4 longs. Okay, then we're going to have this little section in the middle, of which will have stuff, but gonna leave it like that for now. Then 1, 2, 3. Right? No. No. No, no, no. Close. Not quite. And so like that. That does mean we might be able to get one in over on the other side. Given that there are no big roads here. If I do put in some big roads, it will be probably down the middle. In between the sections. We could have offices on the sides here if we needed the industry. But the idea is that we try to stay away from the offices. If we need industry, we'll build some dirty. So if we mirror this on this side, how far does this go out? And then right here would be the cross section. It's a good thing I leveled that because it's going to be right there if we do it like this. But then that would go out all the way to there. But you know what? I kind of like that. It works. Of course, I do want some sort of primary road on this side, so I'm going to have to figure that out to some degree. Because remember, the roads that go that way, or I could just delete this side. We'll keep it at 3, right? So let's pull it back down to 3, which is the normal how big we make these. Okay, right? Yeah, and then that's the transition point. And the idea is that these won't be connected through the center right there either. They will go into a side big road. Of which doesn't actually need to go all the way this way or all the way that way. It just needs to be somewhere around here. Which means that noise would be cut down quite a bit. We do need it out a decent distance, though, because we do need these roads to connect to them as well. And having it a byway, maybe with trees. And I do have the design thing on. I could make it the same trees as the parks. But I think the default will be fine. So this would only need to be going across like this, right? And that was at 5 out. So if we drew... We don't even have to measure off that, do we? Oh, maybe we do. So that distance is 6. So we'd have 6 in this direction. Then this is where the next city piece would be. And then what we would have is we'd have a tram. Maybe just right in the middle. I don't even know yet. Still kind of in the planning process of this city section. And because I don't think it's going to go up that hill at all. In fact, it looks like it's barely going through here very well. So we'll need a few more high density on those. So let's get this one looking all good. Why did all of them built as elevated for some reason, and I don't know why. Probably because this is 2 meters off the ground again for some reason. In fact, let's delete all of this and ensure that that 2 meters wasn't affecting it, because I don't want to have another issue with the that is similar to the mega industrial area. So we'll draw this out and keep an eye on it on when it gets that little 2 marker. Okay, now it doesn't have the 2 marker. Huh. But yeah, this road shouldn't be that busy. In fact, we can increase the number of trees on it too. Okay, the commercial, because it needs commercial. And then, can we actually build this all the way out? I can't see right now, which means that you guys can't see either. No, that actually puts it into elevated road. So no. Can this? No, that hill's right there. So both of the sides are going to be a little cut off, which means we're going to need double the residential density in that. We could probably just put the front districts, so it'll be kind of a U of high density. Oh, excuse me, hiccup. Of high density. Ah, some light. Okay, let's pull this out. This one looks like it could come out to there, but only up to there, and then it connects. And the zoning looks good enough that if I smooth it out, that it'll probably be okay. So, continuing that though, let's get this all lined up. Probably only 2 on that one. Barely 3 on that one. Oh, come on. That's not right. Oh, wow. Maybe it is. Okay. Okay, so that's only going to go up to 2. And then that's going to go across. No. No. Look at you. You even could have been on the ground just fine. Why would... Why? In fact, I'm almost thinking about getting precision engineering because it almost seems to be messing things up more. Because I know that's why it gets stuck on other elevations. Because that's not even that steep. Just, yeah, look, you'd even made the road flat. But we could very easily make another section up here, which is kind of the uniqueness of this city, is that it is forming to the hills. Why did you go underground? Oh my gosh. But yes, I think that might actually be the city right there, how it's going to be laid out to some degree. Let's pull that out. So the smoothing tool. Let's make it massive. We are going to be using a lot of soil because there's not going to be a lot of Well, up here we're going to eat a lot of soil, so. But then again, down there we're going to use a lot of soil, so. But that is the timer, so that is the end of the episode. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please do leave a like, as it does help the channel, and do subscribe if you're not already to catch the next episode as it comes out. Actually, I don't want to level in there too much, but I'm going to continue leveling, so while in between the episodes. So if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please leave those in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions... Oh, wait, didn't I just ask for that? Comments, questions, suggestions in the comment section below. But do check the description below to see how you can help support the channel. And follow the Twitter, too, because I will be posting stuff about... Oh, wow, there's not a lot of soil out here. Because I'll be posting stuff on the channel. If something gets flagged, I'll post there. But if I see no one there, there's no reason to post, right? But, so do follow that if you want to see if YouTube is flagging some episodes, and so that's why they may not be going up. But, yeah, that's the end of the episode. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Oh, gosh. Goodbye.